Hi, Ashley here. Today I'm going to show you how to make an absolutely incredible lamb Rogan Josh. I've got this beautiful South Downs lamb from my local butcher. It's a whole shoulder of lamb with the bone in, and it's already had the skin taken off. All I'm going to do is dice this up roughly, marinate it in some yoghurt whilst I cook the main base of the curry. Look at that shoulder of lamb. Isn't that beautiful? And you may think, oh, there's some horrible fatty bits there, but we're going to cook this for a long time and all of that fat's going to melt and be absolutely beautiful in the final dish. You could get your butcher to do this for you, but as you know, I like to do everything myself. Okay, make sure you go around the bone so you don't leave any meat. Now I'm going to actually add this bone into the curry as well because it's going to have loads of flavour and all of these meat pieces will just start to fall off and break away and the bone should come out nice and clean. If you don't fancy doing this, just get about a kilo's worth of diced lamb from your butcher. Once you've got all of the meat off, just dice it up. And even these fatty pieces, they're all going to render down and add a lot of beautiful flavour. This is enough curry to feed at least 6 people. And you can see how much meat's just come off of one shoulder. This is new season lamb from the South Downs, so it hasn't had to travel far from where I live, which is something I really like. Okay, so we've got our diced lamb here. And I'm going to add a good pinch of salt. Mix that in. And then 200 grams of just natural yoghurt. And that's going to help soften the lamb. Make sure you wash your hands after handling raw meat. Leave that on the side for about 20 minutes whilst we get the rest of the curry ready. To make the main body of the curry, you need a pan that can go in the oven with a lid. I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of rapeseed oil. Then I'm going to add a whole diced onion. And we need to cook that over medium heat until the onions are just starting to get a little bit of colour. Now the onions have softened, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of ginger and garlic puree. Always add that after you've sweated down the onions for a bit, because otherwise the garlic can burn and go really bitter. So now you want to just reduce the heat down. I'm also going to add some chopped chillies. Now this sauce is going to get blitzed up in a processor, so it doesn't really matter, so just roughly chop through about 5 or 6 medium strength red chilli. Cook out for another 5 to 10 minutes. Now our ginger, garlic and chillies have cooked down, we need to add our spices. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of paprika, cumin and coriander. Nice level teaspoon. Cook out for 2 or 3 minutes. Now we've cooked out the spices, it's time to add chopped tomatoes and tomato puree. I've got 140 grams of tomato puree here, which you might think is a lot, but it really adds a richness to the curry. All of that goes in, and 800 grams of chopped tomatoes, that's about 2 tins worth. Also going to add a good pinch of salt. Cook for 2 or 3 minutes before blitzing up with a stick blender. Finally, you're ready to add your diced lamb and a cinnamon stick. Get all of your lamb in there, including that bone. Cook at 160 degrees C. Curry's been in the oven for about 4 to 5 hours now, and it's absolutely looking gorgeous. The whole house smells of curry. Before we can serve it, there's just a couple more things we can do to just finish this off perfectly. I'm going to add about a teaspoon's worth, a generous teaspoon of garam masala, and maybe a bit more, and some ground fennel as well. And these just really give it that lift just towards the end of the cooking there. Just get rid of that bone, and then our cinnamon stick as well. Give it a good stir. Now we're ready to just plate this up. You're going to love this. That is absolutely just incredible. For that classic Rogan Josh, you need some tomatoes. So I'm going to add some of these yellow tomatoes just on top. Plain yoghurt. Tiny pinch of garam masala. So there's my recipe for lamb Rogan Josh. Hope you absolutely love it like I do. Leave me a comment below if you've cooked it. Till next time. Oh. Ooh. That's gorgeous.